Hello and welcome back to Dekaland. I'm your host Deka, and this is my podcast slash YouTube channel slash vlog. Basically, it's just Dekaland, and it's whatever I want it to be whenever I want it to be. But I am really going to try super hard to remain consistent, posting at least once a week, if not twice a week. We'll get there. But yeah, so this video is a day in my life. But first, please like and subscribe and comment if you find anything compelling enough to comment, which I'm trying not to talk down on myself right now. I will, really get into it obviously in this video, but I've been in a slump, in a funk, and I'm just, trying my best to keep going. I've done a lot of the work, and I'm just trying to take what I've learned and keep it moving. So I've learned that I love doing this, and I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to act like a perfectionist. I just want to sit down, tell my story, and I hope that you enjoy. So please like and subscribe. Thank you. And thank you for listening or watching. So this video is about a day in my life. On this particular day, I was prioritizing myself and my self-care. And I basically went to a Korean spa for the first time ever. I've lived in LA for like 5 years, and I've always heard that Korean spas are so wonderful. But I had never been to one. So I finally got the chance to, and it was incredible. It was actually like my first spa day ever. Much needed. Can't wait to go back. But yeah, I actually have some visuals to go along with this. That's kind of what makes it different than my usual podcast, because my Lil Huddy podcast, I tried to put the music video up with the sound off, and it was still detected and copyrighted and flagged. So I had to re-upload it without the video in it. Okay, I get it. Sorry, not my intellectual property or whatever, but I'm in the video, so that's got to count for something. Okay, whatever. Go watch that if you haven't. It was really fun to make. And yeah, I had a lot of fun on that. But yeah, so on this one, this day I was just, so that's what I was saying though. I'm going to have some visuals up for you throughout this to, kind of show you what the day in my life looked like. If you're just listening, I will try my best to describe the day regardless. Anyway, so this day I was prioritizing myself and my self-care. I had really gone through a lot emotionally, spiritually, just, trying to learn these life lessons that get thrown at us, and really just trying to learn them so that they stop being repeated, because that process is painful. But actually, these lessons in particular were actually had a lot to do with pain and my relationship to emotional pain, and, just kind of deciding how much of it I want to feel and how much of it I want to change my perspective on and just be at peace. I think that we sometimes hurt because it's all we know. That might be a different topic, but a different video altogether. Anyway, this day was awesome. I started it out with a hike. So I went to one of my favorite hikes here in the valley, and it was a beautiful morning, super sunny, perfect temperature, not too hot, never too cold. And I just went by myself, and it takes about 45 minutes to get through the whole thing, and it has a really decent incline. And yeah, I think these clips are so funny because because everyone's like, oh my God, I woke up in LA and I went for a hike and it was so much fun. And then you see the view, and don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. It's mountains, it's sky, not a cloud in the sky. personally, I love clouds, but I also just love the sky. So, I'm appreciative of our lack of clouds in California. And, just soak in the sun. I left this hike with a major tan line actually, and I always wear SPF. That's really important. But yeah, I was just on the hike and really enjoying the scenery, taking in the view, the desert, the dry, dry desert, as you can see. And I, also took the time to stop by one of my little favorite tree spots on this hike. And I just changed my music to a meditation and just listened, closed my eyes, took some deep breaths, and really took in the moment. Meditation is something that has helped me tremendously. I have really always had anxiety my entire life, and sometimes it's been worse than others. And recently, I think a lot of my anxiety was kind of coming to a head, and meditation just helps me so much. And I actually have been more consistent with my meditation than ever before, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to get like a 30-day streak in my Insight Timer app. I love that app so much. So yeah, on this hike, I stopped, took a moment, took it all in, enjoyed a meditation, and then I kept going. And let me just refer to my clip real quick. I just love, I really do love living here, but I love nature more, like truly more. Like I could see myself moving to some beautiful landscape. Oh yeah, so that was one thing that I did. And this is how like I really love nature. I fully sat down on an empty bench. I kind of told myself, okay, I'm coming up on the bench. If the bench is empty, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to ground. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically just with your bare feet, allowing your bare feet to touch the ground. Because we have, I think, hundreds or thousands of sensors and, things in our feet. And we wear shoes all the time. I feel like such a I was going to say like a five guru mentioning this, but no, it's really real and it's really helpful. And I told myself, if the bench is open, I will do it. So I sat down, took my shoes off, and just, rested my feet on the ground for a moment and just took a few more deep breaths. I mean, I try really hard to keep my anxiety in check and take care of my mental health. And I'm really thankful for that desire and motivation to, even when I'm having a really rough time mentally, to like not give up on my mental health, and to just make myself make time for a meditation, even if it's a 5-minute meditation or a 10-minute meditation, or maybe it's not even a guided meditation. Maybe I just actually sit in silence for a few moments. And in those moments, I always remind myself, like, you deserve this. You are owed this. Like, this is up to you. You get to do this. This is up to you. Like, this is your choice. Don't let anything ever stop you from taking that moment for yourself. But yeah, grounding was really nice. And then, I just kind of kept going. And I actually ended up stopping back by my apartment because I forgot a protein bar. And I took a quick shower because I really wasn't sure what the spa was going to be like. But okay, in this clip also, I have a picture of this sign. And that's another part of LA that I just love is, and don't get me wrong, I know a lot of cities have all of these qualities, okay? But this is my home. And so I appreciate all the art, the street art. And, in recent year, it's gotten a little strange because there's a lot of street art about the vaccines, but that's a different topic, I suppose. This one, however, it said something that really stuck with me, and I feel like it really resonated with me in the mind space that I was in. It said, reflect on joy even as fires rage. Reflect on joy even as fires rage. And I just thought that was so significant because, one, our earth is literally dying and we still have to like mentally survive all of it. And, a part of that is really reflecting on joy and not just getting sucked up into all of the darkness. And then also just what was going on in my personal life. My anxiety sometimes feels like a raging fire, that only I can feel. And it even sometimes manifests in me getting really hot. And that's when I know it's bad. But yeah, I saw that and I had to take a picture and share it with you all because I just thought it was so beautiful. And it's really, really, really important. Like you can't have good without bad. And, just knowing that, it makes me very appreciative of the good, very appreciative of the joyful moments, and just, it gives me strength to get through the bad moments because I know that there's going to be some joy on the other side eventually. So yeah. Okay. So after I went home and I got my protein bar, which I didn't record because I was like, I gotta hurry up and do this and I gotta hurry up and get to the spa. So then I drove to Koreatown and found the spa, and I took this clip at an intersection by the Wiltern, which is a super iconic spot, like super iconic venue in Koreatown. And I actually have never been, but I would love to. I would love to go to a show there soon. But I thought this was funny because on the big digital ad screen to my left was Woody from Toy Story, which I loved Toy Story growing up. So I was just like, what is Woody doing up there? Like, funny seeing you here, dude. But yeah, Koreatown is just like so iconic for so many different reasons. I mean, the food, the culture, the people, the history, like it is amazing. And I love going there, I realized, because it almost feels like you're in a different country for a moment. And I hope that doesn't sound like so stupid, but it really does. Like it's so refreshing to go somewhere and just be immersed in a culture that is not your own, but you can fully appreciate. And I think appreciating other cultures is so important. And I know that we get into these conversations about appreciation versus appropriation, but I think if we could just focus on appreciating cultures instead of it becoming this like evil thing that you need to be canceled for, like we might actually get somewhere. I don't know, but I appreciate all the different cultures in LA, and I just find it so fascinating. Growing up in the South, I really was not exposed to a lot of different cultures, and so that's one of my most favorite things of being here is that I can go and eat food from literally like every culture on the planet practically is, somebody has a restaurant here in LA from that culture, and it's amazing and it's authentic and it's wonderful. And I love I love that about LA. So yeah, I posted a little clip I took a little clip from the parking garage of the spa because you could see the Hollywood sign from there. And I thought that was cute because, the Hollywood sign is never too far away and it's always going to be iconic. It is what it is. So I took a little clip of that and then I went in. And so I will put some like more generic photos of what a Korean spa kind of looks like, but they don't really let you be on your cell phone because people are in the spa fully nude, and it's a public nudity experience, which I had never actually experienced before, and I really didn't think all the way through that I would be experiencing that by going to the Korean spa, but I'm fully open to it, and I just, so the process was kind of like walking in. The lady started showing me around where all the different amenities were. And I realized, oh, everybody just like gets naked in here and it's normal. And there's like a split moment where it's like, okay, am I gonna make it weird and be uncomfortable? Or am I just going to embrace it and embrace this culture and embrace this experience, It's actually funny. I tried to invite a couple of friends and nothing worked out with them joining me. But in hindsight, now I'm like, Well, I don't think I've ever seen those friends butt naked, so maybe it was better that I went by myself for the first time. And I would never want to like pressure somebody into that experience if they didn't want to go. So I put it out there, and I figured if they really wanted to go, they would go. Anyway, so I get in and I'm like, okay, time to embrace this experience and this moment, this culture, The it was wonderful. So the lady showed me you have to shower first. So there's like open showers, but little stalls for you to like sit and shower your body off. And, women were like, washing their hair and really just taking their time, prioritizing themselves, their self-care, and this restful, relaxing experience. And really, for the most part, people didn't speak inside of this room. The room was really big and it had all these different amenities. And so they did, I heard some women speaking in another language, like, exchanging, but that happened, it was very brief, and the sign on the wall said, please refrain from talking to each other. So it's really a part of the experience that you just go in on your own and just, like I said, prioritize your self-care and relaxing and refreshing and all that. So you shower first, and then there's like a hot tub, like really, really hot water. And then right next to it is a really cold water. So that was like the first place that I went for some reason. And then there's like a bigger tub in the middle that's, in the middle. And that's where like a lot of people were. But for some reason, the two tubs that were like one hot, one cold, which I did not realize. Okay. I didn't even realize that it was cold. I hopped right in. It was freezing, like ice cold water. And it was only like up to my waist. But once I was in it, I was like, okay. And also, mind you, I am naked, like fully naked. Jumped into the cold water. No one else was in this tub, but there was a woman in the hot tub next to it. And I think she kind of like realized that I was like totally like, oh, wow, like did not realize that this water was going to be freezing. And she just kind of laughed, and it was a funny little moment. So then I got out of the cold, she got out, and I think we kind of switched where I went into the hot water and she went into the cold water. And I think I did that a couple more times because I know that getting into really cold baths and then really hot water, shocking your system like that is actually really good for it. So, I got into it. I love a good, science back health experience, positive health experience. So I was into the cold water, into the hot water, into the cold water. And then I went over to the saunas. So they had like a super misty sauna that was like really wet and like really misty and had these wonderful like essential oils type of smells. But I'm pretty sure they were all like, sorry, I don't want to get interrupted. It was like a natural, aroma that they had. So there was a super misty sauna and then a less misty sauna, a little less misty. And then there was a dry sauna, and I got into all of them. Okay, I was like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes in the dry sauna. The dry sauna had a golf on TV. So apparently there's also a whole golf course in the same building. Really iconic stuff. Like the building itself, it's like the spa, which has a gym and a swimming pool and a golf course. So people were like coming in to play golf, and this is kind of like people's equinox, I suppose. But probably way better, honestly. And yeah, so I went into all the saunas, and I would take like some coldish showers in between because, going into the saunas, you get like super hot, and I wasn't trying to like pass out. That would be so embarrassing. Don't even imagine, but like passing out in a Korean spa, butt naked, embarrassing. Okay. But that was not me. I was like, okay, I'm going to, make sure I'm regulating my body temperature by taking these like cold showers in between, which they didn't feel cold because I was so hot. It was super relaxing though. Super relaxing. I would love to have a sauna in my house somehow one day. And a misty sauna at that. Gotta have that option because that was also incredible. But yeah, so people were getting massages. I didn't book one, but I definitely will be booking one ahead of time next time. And then there were these like jade room where it's like some special kind of clay on the walls, and you just like kind of lay under these far, I don't want to, it's not infrared, but the opposite of that. I can't remember what the sign said, but these lights, they're like kind of reddish. The mixture of that and the clay are supposed to be really good for you. Supposed to have similar effects as a sauna without it being like an extreme heat. So I laid in both of the different rooms for a little while. I was there for about like two hours, just really relaxing, and it was really wonderful. So after I left, I went over to one of my favorite stores in LA. It's a Japanese dollar store called Daiso Japan, and I just love it so much. I honestly, it's like my happy place. Like, I know people go to like the 99-cent store for, buying things that they don't need, but I love going to Daiso like anytime. And I'll just go in there and spend like $15 to $30 and feel like I'm coming home with like a bag of Christmas items. And so, to really top off my self-care day, I had to have a little shopping in there because your girl does love a little shopping. But I only spent $15, and I'll show you what I got. But yeah, I love Daiso so much. I love this spot in Koreatown. There's tons of food in there. I really should have gotten some, but I figured I was better off spending my money in the dollar store. That's just who I am. And yeah, it's Japanese. I think I already said that. But yeah, they had this really cool ad in Koreatown. That was neat. Okay, so then when I got home from hike, spa, Daiso, dollar store, I got home, was starving, and I made a smoothie. I made it with strawberries and this plant-based protein powder, and I think, what else did I put? Orange juice in it? Or, yeah, maybe it was orange juice, or maybe it was just oat milk with the protein powder. It looked kind of yellow, but it was bomb. Always love a good smoothie. Love my Ninja blender like so much. And then I made some Just Eggs. So Just Eggs are not eggs at all. And watching this video back, I heard my mom's voice be like, "Oh, what is that?" It's food of the future, okay? It's like eggs, but it's not. I have a allergy sensitivity to egg whites, and I really just kind of got tired of eggs also. Like, my mind started rejecting eggs, and then I also realized I had an allergy to them. So, but I part of me does love eggs, So now I just have Just Eggs, and I'm a little addicted to them, honestly. I made those with Dia cheese, which is dairy-free cheese. It's so good. It's like the best, in my opinion, dairy-free cheese. Definitely try it. And I just made that with a tortilla and some salsa and Cholula. And when I tell you I could eat this every day, like, I don't know if it's actually that good for me or not, but it's not real eggs. It's not dairy, and it's yummy, and it fills me up, and helps me start my day. And I just reliable. Okay. Like, I just love Just Eggs for that. And, yeah. So, okay. So now let me show you what I got from Daiso. So I wanted to do it on this little spot that we have in our apartment that has this cool skateboard that my boyfriend bought, with like an alien and a person robot, and they're like exchanging information, and I just love that so much. And I also feel like it's super significant to like the time that we're living in. And then these flowers are to the left that my boyfriend got me, because he knows I just love flowers so much, and even when they're dying, like, they're still beautiful. Like, I also recently heard that the rose is the US flower, which, like, news to me. Anyway, so yeah, so you'll see the brochure from the spa and the t-shirt that they give you, although I'm not sure why. I need to ask somebody who's like actually familiar with the culture, like, how it all works, and like, because they would give you these shorts and t-shirts, but like, nobody's wearing clothes in there. So like, I don't understand why they gave you the clothes. I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, so I got a few things. I got these potato chips called My Poti, and they were super good. I think they're supposed to be like, more natural, only seasoned with a little Himalayan salt. They were delicious. I ate them immediately. And then I also got these little cute, oh my God, I could not resist. Everything in Daiso is supposed to be $1.50 unless otherwise stated. These little orange pumpkins that light up, by the way, were about $4. And I was like, yes, I need them because it's almost spooky season. So, yes, I got them and I had to show you what it looks like because I love it. It's so vibey. And then, yeah, I also got my favorite candies, matcha flavor and strawberry flavor candies. I have to get those like every time I go into Daiso. And really, I need to go back before I go on my upcoming trip to Georgia because I need to have like all of them in my bag for the whole trip, basically. At least for the plane rides there and back, perhaps, you know. But yeah, I got that. And then I got some eyelashes because I heard that they have great eyelashes for $1.50 at Daiso, which I never realized. And so I have since tried them on. It was an okay experience. I don't usually put on lashes, so I was a little rusty in that way. But also they were very straight, which I know a lot of Asian people have straighter eyelashes. Like, I don't think that that is like a really ignorant thing to say because I just have heard on YouTube, okay, that this is the thing. And I've seen it like in makeup tutorials that I watch and of beautiful Asian women putting on eyelashes in their process. And like they've mentioned that they have really straight eyelashes. And then I noticed that these fake eyelashes, I don't have them on, but the fake eyelashes were really straight. But the band thing on them was invisible. If you know about lashes, you know it was like super thin. So I knew that was like a good thing, right? For $1.50, I mean, they looked pretty good. So yeah, I got that. And then I got a knife because you always need a kitchen knife. And I also got a brown lip pencil because, the brown lip liner look is timeless. And I actually haven't been able to find brown pencils in regular like Target stores because people, I guess, are like so into the look currently that they're sold out everywhere, but not at Daiso, and they were only $1.50. So yeah, it was a good day overall. It really helped me start my week off much better and is probably the reason why I'm able to sit here and make this video today because I really took that time and I was intentional of like, okay, I'm gonna have a me day where I go for a hike and that's gonna just let the endorphins come flooding in, feeling good, go to the spa, have a new experience. Oh yeah, and that's what I want to say about being nude in public in this space. It was very special. There was something about it. Like I said, at first you get that like uncomfortable feeling maybe, or I did. And then it was like, wait, this is like a safe space for women to prioritize their self-care. And it felt sacred. It felt like humans should be able to do this without us making it weird. Like it was really, really a special experience that just left me feeling so liberated and left me feeling really confident afterwards as well. Like I felt like if I can go in there and enjoy myself and really not even feel anxiety being fully naked in front of people, I felt safe. And I just feel like I could go out in a lot of places like that now. Not that I was like, don't worry, Mom, I'm not going to start taking my clothes off on the internet. But I definitely felt a confidence boost and some liberation. And like, I just really was thankful for such a place that felt so sacred and safe for women to do that. So I'm definitely going to go back. I'm definitely going to book a massage next time. I loved it so much. It really made me feel so good I still do. And it's been like 3 days since then. And then Daiso always makes me feel good. And like I said, I'll probably go back there before my trip next week. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. I am just trying out different things. Like I said, I'm just having fun doing this and I just want to keep doing it. So I'm doing it. And I'm trying out, different things to learn what I like to do the most. So thank you so much for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. Please like and comment literally anything that you want. I would love to see it. Yeah, and just have a beautiful day and take care of yourself. Self-care. If you took anything away from this, Self-care is very important, and you deserve it, and you've probably earned it 10 times over. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.